Good evening. I hope everyone's having a good evening. Always enjoy the opportunity to present a lesson and welcome those online. I'm going to start off with a question tonight. How important is a godly wife? As we're thinking about this, I want to turn to Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. That's Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. And in there we see, and the Lord God said, "It is not good that man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him." So starting off here, we can clearly see God and his infinite knowledge knew that his creation man should not be alone. He recognized there was something missing from him. As we see here, helpmeet, or one of the definitions of helpmeet is an aid. Continuing on in verse 20, let's go ahead and read it. And Adam gave names to all the cattle and to the fowl of the air and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found an helpmeet for him. So we clearly see here, all the animals were created. Adam gave the name, but an animal was unable to fulfill that aid or helpmeet for him. So as we see down here in verse 22, after God put a deep sleep on Adam, he took a rib out of him and he made woman. And he brought forth that unto man. One key thing that I want to call out here is we see in verse 22 and also in verse 21 is he took it from the rib. He didn't take it from Adam's foot. He didn't take it from Adam's head. And the reason why I want to call that out, again, it's not written here, but think about it, he took it from his foot, that she would be beneath him, or if he took it from his head, that she would be over him. No, but instead, took it from his rib, so the significance of the man's role to protect and cherish his wife. And continue this thought. God didn't create it as an afterthought. He knew Adam was incomplete, and I can confidently say that the men here would not be complete or whole who are married without their wives. That beyond companionship, our wives provide a balance. I can personally say that for myself, that oftentimes we struggle in different areas, whether they can help smooth things over, teach in areas that we may struggle, offer spiritual correction when we falter, insist in ways that we may not excel at. But part of this too, part of the balance is a godly wife does not usurp her husband's place. As God has clearly called out in his word, yes, the man is the head of the household, but with that, she does have a role to help within God's design. And with this, again, clearly as stated in his word, as we've gone on many times, she brings forth things that, again, are, using my words, incomplete, or the man is not as well designed in. Brings forth from a warmth when he is cold, peace when he is restless, and faith when he is weary. She helps soften rough edges while sharpening his focus. When storms arise, her prayers, words, and steadfast focus on spiritual matters can help hold things together. I'm positive all of us can relate to that things happen, storms happen, and a lot of times, again, us married men, our wives help see the family through that. Continue on thinking about the value of a godly wife. Let's go into Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10. That's Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10. And then Proverbs chapter chapter 31, verse 10, we see, who can find a virtuous woman, for her price is far above rubies. So here, again, we can see the immense value that a virtuous woman can have. And one thing that I wanted to point out is the American Standard Version of this verse. It says, a worthy woman who can find, for her price is above rubies. Again, clearly given the definition and using my own words that the value of a godly wife is immeasurable, that her love that she expresses in godliness is something that cannot be measured. That steadfastness and sincerity is reflection of Christ within the home. So going back to the initial question, how important is a godly wife? Now, turning to those men who may not be married here, but desire to be, I urge you seriously to take this into consideration. Reflect and pray on the kind of wife you wish to have. And for the word clearly shows that once married, the idea is that that's for life. It's not hey, not going so well, let's give it a shot with somebody else. No, once married, that's it. So the seriousness of that, and to the women here, and then as well as online, who are not married but desire to be, I ask the question, what kind of wife do you aspire to be? With that, if you need any help of the congregation, or if you desire to be baptized, there's no better time now as we stand and sing the song of invitation.
There's a fountain